Woohoo! Woohoo! Or more like, brrr. It is chilly this morning, 44 degrees. It feels great. So I decided to go for a bike ride this morning. Oh, yeah, I gotta stop. Forgot something. I want to show you, wanted to talk about this during the ride anyway. So I don't know if you can see that. I've only got one camera going. Did just right quick instead of setting up the whole shebang with the camera on the handlebars looking back at me and one on my helmet and whatever else I've done before. So my friends finally talked me into getting a Fitbit. They've been after me for years to do this. And I've had it for a few days now and I absolutely love it. And I'll say why here in a minute. But one of the things I need to do, it tracks what you do, your activity, no matter what. But if you tell it you're going to exercise before you do, like here, I'll go to the start exercise screen, push bicycle. Yep. And now it knows I'm biking. Yep, there it went. Now it knows I'm biking. Now it will track how fast I went. I think how far I go, how many calories I burn, inside that parentheses of this bike ride, not just combined overall into my day, which it's always accumulating what you do during that day. Every step you take, it counts it. And I was very skeptical, to tell you the truth, when I was thinking about these things, as I've heard about them through the years. How can it tell, unless GPS tracks you and calculates the length of your stride, and how does it know how many steps you take? So here's what I did. When they finally convinced me to get one, and I got it all set up and programmed, one of the first things I did was I walked around my block. I don't know. In the block I live in, my block is 6 houses long and 2 deep. So it's like a big rectangle and not a square. Anyway, it's 0.33 miles to walk it. And I counted the steps from the time I left my driveway till I got back to my driveway. And then I looked at my Fitbit watch, and it was really close. I mean, that's quite a few steps, and I think it was off by 11 steps. I don't even remember which way, but it's close enough. It gives you a really good idea how far you may have gone in a given day, or during a certain walk or whatever. Anyway, so the way I think it helps me, and it's helping me already, is it lets you set a goal. And right now I have my goal at 7,000 steps, which is reasonable for me. I think it defaults to 10,000 steps. And I forget, I asked Alexa to calculate how many miles that was, and she told me, and I don't remember, 5.5. It seemed like a little much, so I decided to start a little bit lower. And it kind of tracks during the day where you're at. And I'm as bad as anybody about sitting at the computer watching YouTube videos, or YouTube TV, or reading the news, or checking scores, whatever, sitting lazy old fart stuff. And if this thing pings me, it won't bug you to death, but it buzzes, vibrates, and you look at it and it says, I forget the term it says, I haven't been using it that long, but it's saying, hey, it's time to get up and go walk or something, you haven't exercised and whatever, and you have X amount of steps yet to take this hour to meet the average, to get your goal for the day. It doesn't use that many words, but it tells you, hey, it's time to get your ass up and do something. And I'm like, you know what? It's right. That's what I committed to do as part of this journey that I'm on. And I get up and walk around the block. Whereas if I didn't have it, it reminded me, I would be sitting there watching TikTok or YouTube shorts or I don't know, doing whatever you do on a computer. I seem to always find something to do. I'm really focusing too on, if you can tell, my breathing's a little labored. I'm only on a 1 assistance, which is very little, and I'm going up a pretty steep hill, and I'm pedaling, and I'm determined, if I can, it's not easy. Gotta keep up enough speed I don't tump over like the little tricycle dude on Laugh-In. Yeah, I gotta be pretty old to get that one. How I'm gonna make it to this intersection without using the throttle or bumping the assist level up. So anyway, another thing I thought about making this video is kind of getting you caught up on things. If you watch my channel, I haven't been to a woo that was tough, but it feels good. I haven't been to a high school football game in a few years, and I used to go, I wouldn't say regularly, but from time to time. And Brenham Cubs are pretty good this year. I think they finished the regular season like 9-1 and won their district. The first playoff game is tonight, and it's here in Brenham at Cubs Stadium. So I'm going with my friends to the football game, and I'm gonna really watch what I eat today to make up for. I'm gonna try to get a good bit of exercise, burn some calories, and not consume many calories, because at the high school football game, there's no way I'm going and not eating a hot dog. I like to have a hot dog at the game. Have me a hot dog and a Diet Coke, and I'll be happy. And trying to do as much pedaling as I can. One thing I can tell you that's good, that's changed, when I first got my e-bike out and started riding it again, I started really riding it for the first time regularly, I was using the assist level 2 and 3 a lot. Like on this ride, I have not taken it off assist level 1. So what that means is I'm getting a lot more exercise and riding it more like a bike than like a motorcycle. Now, just being on assist level 1 does not say it all, of course, because over here with my right hand, I have the throttle, which is just like a motorcycle. You turn that throttle, it goes. It doesn't care what the assist level is set for. It just goes. Like, I'll show you, I'm going uphill right now. I'm pedaling pretty good. It's okay. It's kind of like walking. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the further you can go without being uncomfortable. It just builds on itself. It's a great thing. Go up this hill again and get some exercise. Oh. All right, I might have to stand up and pedal this time. One thing I wonder, and if anybody knows anything about Fitbit watches, and I Google searched it, and I came up with kind of mixed results. So you tell your Fitbit watch that you're going to bicycle. Well, I'm partially bicycling, but not 100%, right? I have some help. I got to stand up. I don't know if I've ridden like this since I was a kid. That's a little funny feeling, kind of awkward. Oh boy, talk about using some muscles. You haven't used it a long time. Oh goodness, I felt that. Yeah, I gotta admit it. I'm gonna have to do a little help here, I think, or I'm gonna fall over. We're barely going. So anyway, on the Fitbit, how does it handle an e-bike? Is it so smart it can tell, hey, you're getting help. I'm giving you partial credit. Or is it just going by how far I go? Or by time, hey, you rode a bike this amount of time. And riding a bike, you can just be tootling along at 2 or 3 miles an hour. Or you can be pedaling hard. And go, which I guess it can kind of tell that if you're truly on a regular bicycle, it would know, hey, you're burning a lot more calories because you're doing 25 miles an hour or less because you're doing 4 miles an hour. I don't know. I'm going to see. It tells you, you go to the watch as soon as you finish your bike ride or your walk, whatever you tell it you're doing, and you push end, and then it gives you the stats of what you did beginning to end. So I'll do that. Another thing about this block, this neighborhood that I'm riding in here around my home, you notice it's on a hill. So I just went up the hill over there. Now I'm not pedaling and the bike's not doing anything. We're just coasting downhill at 19 miles an hour. This bike has a governor on it where it won't go over 20. And we just went over 20, just coasting downhill. That's how steep it is. The bike's not making it go over 20. The incline is. We're at 18.6. Let's do a different way. Let's try this. Go over here. This should be just a little bit of an uphill climb. That's good. I don't know if you can see in the... Yeah, look, there I am. Hey, hi. Me and my shadow. Seems like that was a song. Me and my shadow. Bear in the Big Blue House, they used to have a character on there called Shadow. The shadow was a shadow. I liked watching cartoons with my kids. It's a great way to interact. Their cartoons were different than my cartoons. They liked Blue's Clues, Bear in the Big Blue House, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Well, earlier on, Barney, and we had about 40 Barney VHS tapes, and I think they about wore them all out. Well, I knew all the Barney songs, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, now steep uphill. I can get exercise going up this hill, but I think I'm gonna have to go to assist level 2. Yeah. So I'm still having to. The pedals are working me, but it's manageable now. On assist level 1, going up this hill, I wouldn't make it. So I think this is I'm getting good exercise because I'm getting winded and my legs are kind of burning. And I'm ready to get off. That's a sure sign you're getting good exercise, right? When you're ready to quit. Yep. Oh, if I can make it to that curve, I'm going to use the throttle after I get to the curve. That's my goal, get to the curve. See how much the incline changes after the curve. It still looks uphill. Okay. And I gotta tell you though, on this cool morning, and I guess, this sounds strange for me to say, very strange after what I've been through. But I'm thinking, I was gonna say, this feels great on this very cool, beautiful morning and getting a workout. And I can actually say it, I think. This was a workout. Very nice. Makes me happy. Downhill. Coasting downhill at over 18 miles an hour. I wonder if I can give it the gas, if we can get it, how fast we can get going. Got the 22.3. Woo! Squirrel. Look, plumb level. You get it? Plumb level.